everyone, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Katrina and we've got Diesel and Junior, and today it's not too terribly cold out. Like, I'm okay having bare hands at the moment, but the ground really sucks, and that sucks because I would like to ride, but we do what we can. So one of my goals for 2023 is to go through Clinton Anderson's entire Groundwork series. So I have it's a 3-box set of DVDs for his Groundwork series. I don't think they're available anymore. I think he kind of revamped how he provides his training videos into something different, but back in the day, I bought these DVDs, and so one of my goals is to take Diesel through the entire program, and that's what we're going to work on today. So you might wonder why I've set Groundwork as a goal for myself and Diesel when our big goals are in relation to reining and horse showing, like riding events. But the truth is, my horses, I want them to be good to be handled, and I don't want them running over me. If I tell them to move over or back up or whatever, I want them to do that now. Junior is really good at it because I have spent hours and hours doing Groundwork with him. Diesel, on the other hand, I worked a little bit with him this past summer because when he came to me, when I bought him, I could tell he hadn't had a lot of groundwork done. And he's a bit pushy. He gets in my bubble and it makes me grumpy. I do not want a 1,000-pound animal in my bubble. So we are going to work on Groundwork. How Clinton's programs work, and I will just say I am not affiliated with Clinton in any way, shape, or form. I just like his programs because they're very logical, step by step. You do figure out this thing, get that mastered, move on to, and it just builds. My A-type brain really likes that structure. So yeah, how it works is he starts off with very basic things. I think the first couple exercises are literally not getting the horse to move. It's just desensitizing the horse to the rope you're using and the training stick you're using. I'm not doing those 2 exercises with Diesel because he tends to be on the dull side as it is. So he doesn't need to be desensitized. If anything, he needs to be get a fire lit under his butt and get him thinking, yes ma'am, what do you want? Let me do what you want right now. Because I feel like I don't have a lot of that command over him right now, and I'm hoping with this Groundwork series that will come. So I'm going to get a halter on Diesel, and then we will get started on a couple of the drills in the first box in the series. One of the very elementary skills in Clinton's program is lateral flexion. So flexing his neck around to his belly. I've worked a lot with Diesel on that already, so he's an expert at it at this point, and he's really good. But I like to start every session off with just a little bit of that, just to get him thinking about me, paying attention to me, and knowing that, hey, we're going to be doing some work now. I've shown lateral flexion on other videos, in some of my riding videos, but I'll just show it again here. So you would stand back here and you ask your horse to bring his head around, and as soon as he does, let go. Clinton Anderson calls it the hot potato give. So as soon as he does what you want that release immediately. So again, and you can see Diesel is very, very good at it. Where we're at now is wanting him to hold his head here a bit longer instead of immediately swinging it back to straight. I would like him, like he's doing it now, just staying in this spot a little bit longer and then letting go. So as your horse gets better and better, you can ask more and more from them. I just want to point something out. As you saw in that video clip, I was struggling a little bit to get him to cross over his back feet. He was wanting to kind of walk forward on me, and that's what he does on his left side. When I go over to the right side, which I just did, he does it perfect. I basically don't need to do much work on that side. He gets it. And that's how horses are. They have a left side and a right side, and just like you're better at using your left and your right hand for certain things, horses are exactly the same. I think that's all I'm going to do today for lateral stuff. As I mentioned earlier, Diesel is pretty bad for getting in my bubble. So one of the things to help with that is to work on his backup. And when I do something like wiggle my stick at him or kind of march towards him, I want him to back off from that energy. With Junior, I can even go like this backwards, and Junior would move away from my backward energy. Whereas Diesel, he's not super respectful of that energy. So that is something we need to work on. And Clinton has, in the first box set, there is several backup drills that you work on to really get your horse respecting, like, basically, like, your bubble, right? Like, this is my bubble, and if I say you can be in my bubble, then you can come in my bubble. If not, you should be out of my bubble. Again, he's probably 1,000 pounds. I am like a little over a tenth of that. I don't need him pushing me around. I need him respecting my space. My goal with Diesel, I have 365 days to get through this training program, which that is a lot of time. But you have to remember, groundwork, I feel like it's something you should be practicing every day. You know, when you go to take your horse out of the pasture, back them up to the barn instead of leading them forwards. Work on that backup any chance you can get. You can't back a horse up too much. And that's what I plan to do with Diesel. I might have some longer sessions like I'm going to have today, where I'm specifically concentrating on these skills, but also weaving it in through my day-to-day work with him. You also have to remember, Diesel's only 3. He'll be coming 4 here in 2023, and his brain can only take so much. Like, it's like a kid in school, right? They can only take so much before they're done for the day, and you need to end your session and come back another day. So that's kind of, listen to your horse when you're doing these concentrated sessions, but then also remembering to just weave it through your everyday work with your horse so that it just becomes a part of their daily life. end the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed this little training tidbit or whatever you want to call it. One thing I will just say, progress, not perfection. The work I did with Diesel today was far from perfect. We have a long way to go, but like I said, we have all of 2023 to get this job done. And let's say December 31st, 2023, we're not through the entire program. As long as I'm continuing to work on these skills on a consistent basis, we're going to see improvement, whether it's getting through that entire program or getting halfway. If Diesel is halfway through that program, he's going to be significantly better to work with on the ground than he is today, which thumbs up in my book. So just keep that in mind. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. I do release new videos every Wednesday. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Strong in the Saddle. I will link that in the show notes. I also have a podcast, which is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can just search Strong in the Saddle, or you can click the link in the description. And until next time, remember, it's always a good day to ride.